Hello everyone and now welcome to what hopefully will not be a confusing 2v2 matchup, as the colors are yellow going up against a yellowish green. All right, so the yellowish green colors are going to, oh, and their names don't even match. All right, so this is going to be that much easier. So it's going to be Soulful and Fukaimori over here on the left hand side of the map, going up against, I believe this is what Aserinox and FiR. So let's go ahead and continue this game underway. This is a 2v2 matchup, Orc and Undead versus Human and Undead, as it looks as though Soulful opening up with a Blacksmith Altar of Kings here, but this is all a little bit of Sim City more than anything else. It looks like it could be a Rifleman opening with a Paladin. We'll see if that is going to definitely be the case. Altar of Kings is already, well, Altar of Darkness is already nearly done. We could be looking at a Tavern Hero coming in from Soulful. That would be rather interesting to see. Perhaps a Tavern Hero with like a Dark Ranger, no, Crypt Lord now coming in here. So I was thinking, well, maybe you can get some synergy with your partner by going Dark Ranger and Pit Lord as your heroes of choice. I don't know, but Archmage power is just so strong at being able to provide mana to all of those heroes. All right, 2v2 matchups always a little bit, chaotic and hectic, especially on large maps such as Twisted Meadows. And the question will then become, is it going to be two 1v1 games, or are we going to see a very, very large pushes into other people's base? Home field advantage doesn't really matter when your opponent's army is twice as large as yours, which is often the case in a 2v2 fight. Farsi are already coming out from FiR. The Orc player going to go ahead and summon up those wolves. Meanwhile, we are looking at a Crypt Lord coming out from the Undead, both sides getting up those Crypt Lords and going to be going into those carry-on beetles. Coming back here, it is going to be a Mountain King over a Paladin. So it is going to be Mountain King with Rifleman here, as we are collecting a bit of lumber now. That is actually quite a large amount of lumber to try and keep track of. All right, the Crypt Lord moving on its way out. Rod of Necromancy, Sacrificial Skull could try and clear up this creep camp here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Farseer is already diving on in. Ghouls are going to be coming off that lumber line, trying to protect that haunted gold mine, as we are looking at more ghouls coming across here. Crypt Lord is sitting at level 1, doesn't have a graveyard, so not going to be able to really pop up that many beetles as these colors, whoever chose these colors, I am sorry, this is very difficult to see. Yellow versus Mountain King already on the move. Rifleman is out as well, as things are getting underway. Arcane Tower nearly done, and Soulful should be able to get to tier 2 relatively fast with the amount of lumber he is harvesting. Ogre Magi does fall, giving level 2 to that Crypt Lord already. Beetles are already going to start swarming up the place a bit more, as we are looking at one beetle being left behind. I guess for no other apparent reason. Down over here on the bottom left, Nerubian Tower is currently getting upgraded. An Acolyte could end up getting taken down. Where is that Acolyte going to go? The Acolyte is going to go into the afterlife a little bit. The Spirit Wolf trying to run after it, as the Acolyte, well, now that it is off of Blight, no longer regenerates any hit points and is easier to take down. Meanwhile, down across here, Acolytes are trying to be repaired once more. Grunts going after all of these units. There is 2 Nerubian Towers, as we're looking at a double Nerubian Towers, perhaps trying to get a decent surround on any of those other units, as the Spirit Wolves, trying to make their way back. All right, Undead looking to clear up this creep camp, just as the yellow Undead did to set up an expansion. And both Undead players trying to fast expand here, as the Mountain King with Rifleman should have a pretty easy time finishing off the remainder of those Spirit Wolves. Rifleman with that good range attack. Coming back around here, yellow Undead with 10 armor on that Crypt Lord already. Going to be nearly impossible to take out during the early stages of the map, especially if it has Impale, being able to temporarily stun those units and break his way free, as we are looking at the Rock Golem creep camp getting cleared up here. No, not why wouldn't you clear up? Oh, it needs to back up to get a little bit more surface area. Coming back around, Mountain King and the Crypt Lord are both working side by side to clear up the remainder of this creep camp here. Mountain King picks up Vampiric Aura. Vampiric Aura actually better on that Crypt Lord. It looks like But Soulful quickly recognized that to give a vampiric aura to the army that, well, is actually melee. Mountain King gonna be coming across inside here. Are we gonna see no thunderclap at all? Gonna go after the null wardens here. Mountain King regenerating a bit of hit points, but has to be careful right here as we're looking at a null over here trying to, well, finish things off. All right, in comes a FiR. FiR could easily finish off that low hit point rifleman. That's good, pretty much a free kill right there. There you go. And now the grunts are going to be coming back as well. All right, the yellow armies are trying to engage against each other as well. Two yellow undeads trying to keep track of whose beetles are whose, and all that, as we now see a quick impale coming around. Are we going to have, well, Fukaimori get in the surround? I do believe so. Yeah, Fukaimori, Fukaimori getting the surround, forcing that scroll of town portal right there. I think I got the names mixed up. Yeah. Anyways, over here on the top left, well, scouting out the fact that there are expansions already underway. Yellow versus yellow. This is an absolute nightmare in terms of colors. Mountain King getting ready to engage. Aserinox surrounded Fukaimori. Yep, that's what I was trying to figure out. So Aserinox able to surround Fukaimori right there. Coming back through. Let's take a look at what's happening here. Crypt Lord, a Dark Ritual Dagger. Would the colors actually be better like this? Not really.
Forces are under attack.
Not really. Harder to see who's actually who there. Anyways, Rifleman gonna go ahead and engage here. Null Brute and, well, Null Brutes and Null's gonna get finished off here. Level 3 for the Crypt Lord, only if he stays close by. Nope, he's not bothering to stay by, as the Mountain Kings are gonna try to engage, perhaps getting a potential creep jack here while the Rock Golem is still up. Rock Golem gonna get taken down, Slippers of Agility drop, and here we are. Level 3, level 2, level 3, level 2. Stormbolt onto the Farseer. Farseer getting in a large amount of damage. Torrent Chieftain transfers a Scroll of Town Portal just in time, and that was a big pickup right there. Mountain King now trying to finish off some things here, but taking down that Farseer, or ensuring that the Farseer did not die, was a big save once more. The Torrent Chieftain had picked up a Scroll of Town Portal. A little bit of delay coming in from the yellow teams in pale allowed that save right there, as we're looking at more creep camp clearing. All right, coming back home to try and protect this expansion here. We're looking at, well, the ghouls trying to retreat. How far back can they really get? Meanwhile, some clearing of a difficult creep camp here. Robe of Magi, big intelligence item for that Mountain King, now up to 200 mana. Tech to tier 2 is already done. We are looking at Altar of Kings, trying to get up that Blood Mage. Blood Mage to try and give that Mountain King much more mana. All right, Mountain King is going to be a deadly hero. Level 2 Thunderclap already, perhaps. Can't really tell. Going up against the Torrent Chieftain, who will be trying to stomp his way to victory. Mountain King in that frontline location. All right, is he going to finish off all of these units, absorbing a little bit of damage? But still, I'm actually looking pretty strong here. Going to be able to finish off the remainder of this creep camp. Finishing off the Ogre Magi is probably the better call here, as the Ogre Magi, it is actually dealing more damage to that Mountain King here. All right, what is going to be dropped in place? Talisman of Evasion. Come on, finish off that Forest Troll Trapper. Talisman of Evasion on that Blood Mage. Perhaps that Talisman of Evasion could be given to the Mountain King, transfer that Slippers of Agility. Really not that great of an item on that Mountain King, as both sides somehow finding ways to be on the map without the armies engaging against each other. All right, we're going to go ahead and fight right now in the base of the, well, the oddly colored yellow. A big impale comes across through, as we're going to see a Scroll of Town Portal now landing on in. Where are they going to land? There it is. Arcane Bald Ghouls. Are they going to finish off any more of those poor peasants as they're trying to get away? No, it looks like only one peasant was only lost there. Not a good trade at all. I think this color is called lime green. All right, lime green versus yellow here on Twisted Meadows. Farseer sitting at 3, Torrent Chieftain sitting at 2. Over here on the top left-hand side of the map, Blood Mage does have a little bit of healing items ready to go in just a moment. Finishing off, picking up a Sobi Mask. Sobi Mask, would it be better on the Mountain King or better on the Mountain King? Blood Mage is already often at maxed mana. Doesn't really need it that much more. Blood Mage now sitting at level 2. Opting perhaps to go for Banish. Meanwhile, back over here, Scroll of Town Portal to try and protect. Acolytes coming off the line here, as we're going to see an engagement. Gargoyles in position right there, as we're going to see a little bit of engagement. All right. Oh, Cryptlord already trapped up against the corner, going to easily get taken out as they end up heading back. So far, Soulful and Fukaimori have not been doing that great of a job trying to fight side by side. But what is this? FiR's army going to be in a little bit of trouble. Orc Burrow's going to get taken down here. Units going to be backing up. Where are they going to land? There it is. Mountain King. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? Right. Oh, Stormbolt followed by the Siphon Mana. Exactly what you want to see. Mountain King does have a potion of lesser invulnerability. Gargoyles are now showing up to the party, and units are quickly getting out of that tight spot. Mountain King retreats all the way back home. Going to go ahead, perhaps heal up, and needs to get that Paladin. That Mountain King has taken far too much damage. Arcane Vault is right there. There's that Scroll of Regeneration. Mountain King also picks up a Scroll of Town Portal. Back over here, we're looking at the Cryptlord sitting at level 4, Belt of Giant Strength, Pure Up of Vitality. Just some very strong survivability items on that Cryptlord. Over 1,200 hit points at level 4. Cryptlord, 900 hit points at level 4, 6 armor. Gonna be difficult to finish off, especially as the Paladins are now joining in on the battle as well. Or sorry, the Death Knight. Maybe a former Paladin. Death Knight now joining in on the battle as well. Let's make our way back off to the north here. Wow, can't breathe through my nose today. Death Knight, our army is going to be 2v1 in this position. Tauren Chieftain is invisible, and that is going to be a very big deal. If the Tauren Chieftain is able to get off a large enough stomp first, not prevent the storm, that's going to be a large amount of damage. And here, what is going to be the problem? There is that stomp already, and there's that Siphon Mana, there is that Stormbolt, and there is an Impale to try and counter it. There's a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Mountain King is going to get off a Thunderclap. Yes, it does, as the Mountain King could be in a little bit of trouble. It does have a Potion of Invulnerability, Potion of Healing. Mountain King waiting for another Thunderclap, should be joining in on the fight as the units are just trying to run past each other again. And we see another Impale onto that Blood Mage. Blood Mage needs to give mana to that Mountain King. Mountain King going to continue to fight its way through, throws down another Thunderclap, is in a frontline spot, doesn't want to be there as the Paladin is not yet out onto the battlefield. All right, Tauren Chieftain running out of mana rather quickly as the Mountain King is still in a little bit of trouble, down to 232 hit points. There is a Banish, Chain Lightning onto the Mountain King while it vanished, and now using the Scroll of Town Portal to try and get away. More damage coming back through as the Lime's army now making its way back here. Lime's army only sitting at 27 supply, going up against 51 and 53, so double low upkeep coming in for the Yellow army. Meanwhile, Lime on the wrong end of that beating stick right there, losing more and more as Yellow is taking a sizable lead over Lime Green. Coming back down, Farseer sitting at level 4, Cryptlord sitting at level 5. Yeah. Twisted Meadows it's actually fairly good. The size of the map, the positioning, if you want to have 2-on-2 fights, or 1-on-1 fights, it actually works. And the armies don't really bump into each other all that much. Kind of strange now that I think about it, that Twisted Meadows, which has often been a 1v1 map, right, all of a sudden is such a great 2v2 map, and Twisted Meadows is just an absolutely huge map. Perhaps Moon's favorite map to just try and hide expansions all over the place. We're looking at the Lime Green army now trying to rebuild things here. It looked like there was a Staff of Sanctuary. Yeah, Staff of Sanctuary on the Blood Mage. We are now getting up a second barracks, so we are trying to get double riflemen. Perhaps no Paladin joining in on that fight, though, so that does come as a bit of a surprise, not having a Paladin as that third hero to try and allow that Mountain King to really just go deep and not have that many issues. All right, Ghouls are now trying to make their way back, trying to get back up on the high ground. Are we going to see that right there? All right, Mountain King, there's the Thunderclap, there's the slow, and while all of that is happening, Mountain King is going to perhaps try to get another Thunderclap again. All right, here we are. There's an Impale right as it was coming to an end. There's a Stomp, and that's going to be trouble for Soulful. Soulful is in trouble there. There's the Scroll of Town Portal coming in from the Yellow, but too little, too late, as the Mountain King is constantly just getting impaled or stomped. All right, if you thought the Hex Stomp block was painful, the Mountain King here on the wrong end of the Impale Stomp block, as we are seeing level 5 Thunderclap here. But Soulful now at level 5. Is he going to be able to break his way free again? Level 5 coming across here for Yellow. There's another Impale Potion of Healing, Potion of Mana perhaps going to be needed. There's some Disenchant as well as the Mountain King. No, that was the Devour Magic coming in as well. Mountain King down to 193 hit points. Uses the Potion of Healing, trying to get back. Where is it going to really go? Stormbolt onto the Crypt Lord, but the Crypt Lord was able to use a Scroll of Town Portal in time, and these hit and run tactics coming in from the army just working out so well. Blood Mage getting resurrected, 26 over 54 supply. Raven, Fukaimori sitting okay, sitting at 49 supply, 41 supply here, and 43. So Soulful is the one that seems to be constantly losing everything. Some gold should be transferred over to his partner, Soulful, so that he can actually start training more from each of these barracks, since his partner himself doesn't want to go into low upkeep. All right, Mountain King sitting at level 5, looking to get a little bit more mana. Blood Mage is back out onto the field. No Paladin to be trained. This barracks not being used at all. Not quite sure what the reasoning is behind that, as we're looking at a Blood Mage out here. Now, after this is done training, you start training here. Doesn't make that much sense. Farsi or Tauren Chieftain now going to be pushing here. Are we going to be getting some Siphon Mana? Yes, there's that Siphon Mana. Blood Mage, however, unable to keep pace here, as the Tauren Chieftain is going to, well, try and take down this barracks. Finally training from dual barracks after all this time, and this barracks is just, well, acting as a bit of a wall to try and deter any sort of tactics here. The Rifleman will end up getting canceled here, as a new Rifleman should get trained up in the back. Soulful not on top of his production, sitting at 32 supply. Meanwhile, Gargoyles have run on, Gargoyles have tried to run on inside here, but level 6 on the Crypt Lord. They're going to try and back away. Acolytes, there was a, what was that, a Impale, looking to almost finish him off, with the Spirit Tower still dealing large amounts of damage. All right, well, Lime has set up another expansion during this time, and if that additional bonus expansion continues to work out and starts paying for this, Lime could be able to get back, especially if Yellow does not, well, realize what is going on.
Town is under siege.
Yeah, looking at them. Do you cast these games in the morning before going to work? Yes, that's exactly what I do. All right, coming back around here, unsummoning of this gold mine, as the beetles have all shown up here. All right, so the beetles were able to force an unsummoning of the gold mine, as the destroyers, Crypt Lords, now making their way back out. Lich is out on the battlefield, sitting at level 2, does have an Orb of Corruption. Tauren Chieftain is playing a game of peekaboo and able to stomp down here. Mountain King is in a little bit of trouble. Staff of Sanctuary saved it. Rifleman now wondering where everyone else went. Tauren Chieftain trying to go after all of these units, as Scroll of Speed is being used right there. One Rifleman in the back, not going to be able to do very much. Tauren Chieftain is here. Are we going to get a battle off inside the main base? Storyful, and the Yellow Army is right in between a whole bunch of units, and here we are. We're going to go into an engagement now. All right, trying to go after those ground units. A couple of Gargoyles are now right in the front there. There's a Chain Lightning, Scroll of Speed. Both sides are fighting off from different sides. What is going to go down here, as the armies are just trying to just get into the right position? Scroll of Speed coupled with Stomp, coupled with Impale. So much damage. So much slow, but it doesn't really seem to matter, as the destroyers are just turning around, trying to attack and fight back again. All right, continual fighting once more. Gargoyles actually getting hit and affected by the web, and yeah, that's something I always wondered about. On that Scroll of Town Portal, there's another Thunderclap, a little bit of a departing gift, as we're now looking to head back and chase once more. Death Knight leading the charge here. Tauren Chieftain now trying to head back away. Yeah, very rarely do you ever see a Mountain King's Thunderclap actually affecting and hitting a Gargoyle. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. Coming back around, Blood Mage now retreating back to its corner. And, well, Lime Green, the Undead Army, going back to its corner, as well as the resummoning of this gold mine getting underway. All right. Can destroyers dispel Speed Scroll? I believe so. If I think it's similar to, like, Speed Scroll and Protection Scroll should be the same. So I would think so. All right. Kodo Beast easily going to get finished off here. getting surrounded by a whole bunch of riflemen. Meanwhile, Mountain King sitting at level 5, getting closer to level 6. But at this point, is Avatar really the spell and how you want to be spending your mana? When your opponent's army is that large, yes, having an invulnerable unit is incredibly important. I think there was some blind devour magics, but it didn't really spot them. I don't know if that is the case right there. All right, we are going to get into position. Raiders are trying to perhaps ensnare some units down, fighting back on Blight benefit for the undead army. As here we are going into a fight now. And what is going to go down here? All right, Raiders, Gargoyle is going to try and engage. There's a big Frost Nova across the board. Scroll of Healing now being used. Impale now coming down, Chain Lightning as the yellow or the lime green human army trying to get in position. Scroll of Town Portal coming across from the Crypt Lord says, you know what, this is not worth saving. Let's go ahead and try and back this out. Lime army saying pretty much, I'm sorry, I wish I was there just a little bit sooner. All right, Tome of Strength being left behind. Is Soulful going to read his books? Yes, he is. As well, the Blood Mage sitting at level 4, Mountain King sitting here. I think I'm trying to capture and get position. All right, all of a sudden, Crypt Lord out of mana. Torrent Chieftain, however, with a monster stomp followed by a monster thunderclap. Both sides fighting here. Are we going to see a monster impale? Thank you for the follow. There's that monster impale across this 2v2 army battlefield. If you like stomps, if you like claps, if you like impales and stuns, this is the game for you, as that's pretty much the entire game in a nutshell. Units continuing to try and gather around here. That one Raider not realizing that it should be in full retreat mode. Blood Mage, full on mana, needs to give a lot of mana to that Mountain King. Not quite sure why it isn't doing exactly that, giving chase. But once you give chase and the Mountain King gets there, it's not going to have the necessary mana to finish off anything else. Back inside the base here, well, Shadow Wolf just getting in a little bit of free damage, as often happens, as Militia are now being called over here to what I'll call the 1 o'clock expansion location. Talisman of Evasion, siphon mana into that Mountain King. A Blood Mage could have been much more full on mana, regenerating mana naturally as well. As we're looking at the Rifleman army now making its way off to the north. Peon's going to try and back away. Militia have already put pressure here. And the Blood Mage is already at 4. Mountain King not going to get to 6 here. Too many heroes sharing all of that experience. But finishing off some precious peons. Lime Green has really found a way to fight back into this game. And we're looking at, well, the yellow armies actually being lower on supply now. Human army back up to 50. The orc army is actually sitting in the 20s. And that is the shock here as another, well, oh, why would you banish the wolf? All right, if you banished and then thunderclapped, I would completely understand. That wolf is actually invisible right now as well. So, oh, you stormbolt it and you can't see it. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Crypt Lord, Death Knight now on the move once again. We are looking at the army's going to try and fight and engage. Mountain King. Well, going to finish off some Voodoo Lounge trying to get into the battle here. In comes the flying army, Torrent Chieftain. Why have you not pulled up a shade as of yet? That is the question. There's a stomp only hitting 3 units. Chain Lightning finishing off the remainder units. Frost Nova now coming down as the Mountain King going to go ahead and throw down the Thunderclap. Mountain King sitting at level 6. Avatar is going to be available. Does he really go for it? I don't believe so, as the Mountain King going to go ahead and try and throw down some more Thunderclaps here. A major stomp coming across the army. Crypt Lord with that Locust Swarm now coming down as well, swarming around the map, and this is just a crazy matchup. This is, well, the level 7 Crypt Lord trying to regenerate some hit points. Mountain King is going to throw down another Thunderclap or do anything here. Is there actually it to really go for? That is the question, as we're looking at the fight still going across here. Obsidian statues, can't tell whose are whose at all, as the Mountain King, well, there goes another Impale. All right, siphon mana into the Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord wants losing a bit of mana. He could actually give mana to his opponent's Crypt Lord, I believe, as we're looking at units getting taken out slowly but surely. Blood Mage maxed out on mana once more, and it looks like Lime Green is going to be able to carry himself through the rest of this game, as we are looking at 19 supply compared to 31, going up against, well, 19 for the human, but 50 for the undead here. Rebuilding this base once more. Arcane Tower. One single shade would cause so many problems, as we're looking at, well, the Shadow Wolves just backing off once again. I don't know, looks a little bit suspicious. Meanwhile, the Shade is down here, keeping sight of all of the things going on, and well, gonna push or force that Acolyte to head back. All right, whoever is getting mining gains the main advantage. Oh, Staff of Sanctuary saving that unit off over here, gonna teleport him back home. Meanwhile, coming back down across, Ghoul is going to start swarming over here on the bottom left. There is still mining at the expansions, but the expansions are nearly mined out. So what you see is what you're gonna get in just a little bit more time. However, Soulful does have this top right expansion here, and that could be the main difference, getting that all important expansion up and running. So far, Obsidian Statues giving mana back to that Crypt Lord, that Lich, and that Death Knight. The Lich's Frost Nova constantly slowing down those gargoyles have been clutch in trying to swarm everything back up. Meanwhile, well, Town Hall going after all of these poor peasants. An Arcane Tower with, well, Arcane Sentry is all that is really needed, but has not been researched either. Soulful only going for double barracks, not even bothering for that Arcane Sanctum for at least a priest or two. All right, no reveals coming across anywhere. Riflemen hanging back, 3-0 upgrades on those Riflemen, 28 supply, as both sides are just, well, it looks as though Lime is just trying to set up those expansions and make sure that they are able to mine in peace. Destroyers, Tauren Chieftain, are we going to get the Scroll of Necropolis up and running in time? There is, well, some more as a major stomp now coming in, a 2v1 fight. This could be a very big deal. Lich could get taken down. Lich gets taken down, giving level 6 to the Farseer. All right, Yellow all of a sudden has a little bit more life in them as the armies are separated, and all of a sudden Lime Green needs to walk all the way down here. Divide and conquer, a beautiful strategy that's working out very well here as the Tauren Chieftain now looking to perhaps throw down another stomp as well. Mountain King finally shows up to the party. Farseer gets in a big Stormbolt. Damage coming across. Are we going to see a Thunderclap? No, we are not, as we could be looking at the Farseer perhaps getting taken down. One more shot would have been enough, but no, not going to be enough right there. Mountain King does have Boots of Speed running after that Farseer, and it looks like it may be able to Stormbolt, finishing it off, but the Crypt Lord also for Lime Green gets taken down as well. Level 6 Tauren Chieftain is out on the battlefield, and now he's going to be nearly impossible to try and finish off here. There's a quick banish as well onto that Death Knight. Death Knight could be in trouble. There is a Thunderclap trying to finish, well, trying to protect here as that Death Knight trying to get away. What is going to end up happening? Units are falling all over the place. Death Knight used a Potion of Healing to try and stay alive. All right, Yellow going after Lime Green's Death Knight, however, not able to really go anywhere here. Crypt Lord is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Blood Mage now sitting at level 5, siphon mana into that Mountain King. There's a Thunderclap, followed by a Stomp as the, well, Crypt Lord still trying to get away. Mountain King full on mana once more off to the races. Is going to be able to catch up and finish off that Crypt Lord? That is the question. Tauren Chieftain with that Endurance Aura making it difficult as the Crypt Lord is now going to get up an army of beetles. Stormbolt, are we going to see a Stormbolt? Yeah, Stormbolt right there. Thunderclap right there, trying to just stop here. Crypt Lord buys a Potion of Healing. This is not going to be able to get away in time. A follow-up Stormbolt clap should be enough. There's the Stormbolt. Where's the clap? There's the clap, finishing it off, giving level 7 to the Mountain King. All right. Now, what is it going to cost to finish off a level 6 or level 8 Crypt Lord? It's going to cost him 2 Riflemen, as the now the Mountain King is getting plenty of mana. Death Coils going down. Tauren Chieftain fighting pretty much by himself right now. Not much can be done. Is he going to get finished off? Are you going to finish off that unit? Yes, you are. Down it goes. But 3 heroes trying to take down a full hit point, full mana Mountain King. That is the question. Siphon mana right there. There's a Stomp to try and stop that in its tracks. However, the remaining heroes are just a little bit too scary still. All right, Torrent, well, unsummoning of the buildings. Death Knight now looking to retreat back. More Riflemen joining in on that fight as well. Tauren Chieftain, well, retreating here. What is going on the remaining corners of the map? Mining is still underway, and the yellow team throws in the towel, giving in the GG. A really strange back and forth right here, and going back and forth. And the yellow human player actually losing 2 of the earlier battles, only to be able to come back with a vengeance and take the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.